Eye relief and eye box are both super important when it comes to mounting optics. And if you've ever tried to put rings on an AR-15, you know what I mean. Welcome back to the Swampfox YouTube channel, and today we're gonna be talking about cantilever mounts versus scope rings. Eye relief and eye box are both incredibly important when it comes to mounting your precision scope. And if you've ever tried to put rings on an AR-15, you probably know what I'm talking about. Cantilever mounts and scope rings both have the same function, and that's to attach your optic to your rifle. And they do it in almost the exact same way, but there are a couple key features that differentiate the two, and today we're gonna break those down in a really easy to understand way. As a general rule, bolt action rifles get rings and AR style rifles get cantilever mounts. Bolt action rifles typically have a small solid piece of Picatinny rail mounted above the action. The size and location of this rail is what dictates how far forward and how far back you can mount the optic. Because of the size, you don't have a lot of adjustment, and so because of that, a lot of bolt action guns have that adjustment built in elsewhere, like in the stock. As I said earlier, as a general rule, bolt action rifles get rings. The most common way to mount those is to evenly space out the rings at the forward spot and the rear spot of that rail. Here I've got a bolt action rifle with a set of rings that we would say is properly mounted. This looks good. We're checking clear because we're safe, responsible individuals. And as you can see, we've got the ring in the front, the ring in the back, and then the optic here is pushed to the rear just a little bit, so this is set up for this individual's proper length of pull. This looks good. Well done. There's a ton of different rings out there in terms of centerline height, tube size, and cant. Down the road, we're gonna make a video explaining all of those, but we're gonna keep this about rings versus cantilevers. ARs have three major components in the upper receiver assembly. We have the upper receiver itself, the handguard, and the barrel. For example, I've got an upper receiver assembly here, and you can see that when I take the handguard off, at the end of the day, the upper receiver is what holds everything together. And because of that, we want to ensure that the optic is mounted to the upper receiver so we can get the most amount of accuracy out of our rifle every single time. If I were to take an optic using rings and mount it to this upper receiver, using the general rule of thumb that the eyepiece should be over our charging handle, what we're gonna see is that I've created a bridge between the upper receiver and the handguard. And we want to try to avoid that if at all possible, because like I said before, we want to attach our optics to the exact same source that holds everything together to ensure optimal accuracy every single time. So now in this example, we're going to use a cantilever mount and see how that can solve the problem. So if I were to loosely fit this, using that same rule of thumb that we'd like our eyepiece to be over our charging handle, what you can see here is that we have an optic that is mounted only to the upper receiver, but still mounted in the optimal place to ensure good eye relief when we're behind the rifle. So what the cantilever mount is designed to do is push the optic far enough forward so we still have optimal eye relief behind the gun while still ensuring that our optic is only mounted to the upper receiver alone. At the end of the day, we hope this video serves as a good launching off point to help you determine whether you need a cantilever mount or rings to get started mounting your optic.